And every girl I get wild out tonight. Party in a
Liquor,
Briscoe, Roger Wow, and Crap. Live in concert. Masharama on Saturday, the 24th of February, 2024 at the National Park. Dancehall's The Youngest Stars, along with Guyanese Matic Queen and the top 5 artists from the Dancehall Monarch competition.
Early bird tickets, $3,000.
Stage your front, $10,000. Masharama on Saturday, the 24th of February, 2024.
Sponsored by the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to kick off the new year with a bang? Digicel has an offer that'll make your January extra special. Imagine winning up to $1 million in free groceries in Digicel's $6 million groceries extravaganza. Simply top up with $1,000 or more, and you can be one of 6 lucky winners to enjoy the ultimate shopping spree worth $6 million. What are you waiting for? Start topping up today. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
World-famous Indian astrologer and spiritual healer in Guyana, Master Vishnu. Master Vishnu is a specialist in bringing back loved ones and ex-lovers, an expert in removing black magic, negative energy, and evil spirits. Are you facing problems that go beyond your comprehension? Is there anything that is convenient for progressive life? You may have visited many astrologers, but you didn't get your problems solved. Visit once. Master Vishnu will business problem, love problem, relationship problem, depression, black magic, marriage problem, education problem, court case, childbirth, witchcraft, negative energy, juju and voodoo, family issues, health problems, and more. Through one-on-one consultation, Master Vishnu will solve any kind of problem in within days, 100% guarantee. Master Vishnu also offers lifetime protection at all times. Book an appointment at +592 632 9943, located in Georgetown, Guyana.
Your top stories this evening, sponsored by Courts, bringing value home. Nationwide teachers strike looms. Labour Minister says any strike will be deemed unlawful. 200 exhibitors, 21 countries across 19 sectors build for Energy Conference and Supply Chain Expo 2024. 2 Springland businesses destroyed by fire, and Banks DIH concerned about Guyana's stock exchange company to take action. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm Travis Chase with the Monday, January 29th edition of the HGP Nightly News. Here's what you need to know this evening. 21 countries across 19 sectors are set to participate in the 3rd edition of the Guyana Energy Conference and Supply Chain Expo, billed for the Marriott Hotel mid-next month. Daisy Richards opens our broadcast with this story.
With less than a month before Guyana hosts the 3rd edition of the Energy Conference and Supply Chain Expo, built for the Marriott Hotel, organizers say more than 200 businesses across 19 oil and non-oil sectors are already on board. Minister of Natural Resources Vikram Bharat asserted that the support from other government sectors is crucial for the success of the oil sector.
Critical in order to grow the oil and gas sector, you need support from the other sectors. and I give you one example, in the local content legislation, Schedule 1, it speaks to 75% of the food supplies going offshore must be purchased from local companies.
The minister also pointed out that additional support will come from the Ministries of Agriculture, Tourism, Industry and Commerce and Foreign Affairs that will ultimately benefit from oil resources.
Developing the other sectors and creating incentives to the other sectors is actually tied into the oil and gas sector. And that is the link that that is the link that we're creating at these expos.
With Guyana already being a regional powerhouse in agriculture and the oil and gas sector, the minister pointed out that the Energy Conference is an important introduction to further aid citizens expand their horizons, since growth, sustainability, and diversification are the key attributes of the conference. The annual expo has attracted more than 30 sponsors, with ExxonMobil as the major sponsor. The conference, which will be held from February 19th to 22nd, will be held under the theme Fueling Transformation and Modernization. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
Our developing story this evening, a nationwide teachers' strike is looming. Over several critical issues, the Guyana Teachers Union says the PPPC government is failing to address. The Labour Ministry is also warning of the repercussions of any unlawful industrial strike. Here is more. The Guyana Teachers Union has put Minister of Education Priya Manikchand, Labour Minister Joseph Hamilton, and the Chief Education Officer Saddam Hussein on notice that it intends to call a nationwide strike from February 5 to 16, 2024. In a letter dispatched to the Minister of Labour and the Chief Education Officer, General Secretary of the Guyana Teachers Union, Coretta MacDonald, highlighted government's failure to address several critical issues. The union's multi-year agreement, salary increases and non-salary benefits without mutual agreements, failure of the Chief Labour Officer to act on grievances outlined by the union, and unresolved matters impacting educational stability are reasons for the looming nationwide strike. On Monday morning, Minister of Labour Joseph Hamilton, instead of speaking directly to the issues outlined by the GTU, said that any industrial action by teachers would be deemed unlawful.
Any strike that is called by the Guyana Teachers Union will be deemed illegal and illegitimate by the Ministry of Labour.
The Guyana Teachers Union made it clear that the union remains committed to resolving outstanding matters amicably, but is disappointed by government agencies with knowledge of the daily plight teachers face. The Labour Minister instead directed the blame at the GTU.
The General Secretary, Ms. Coretta MacDonald, and the executive of the GTU is fully aware, based on the correspondence between the union and the Chief Labour Officer, that they were attempting to have him override procedures and the stages that are necessary for good labour relations.
The Teachers Union, in its letter to Chief Education Officer Saddam Hussein, proposed compensation for teachers marking and supervising school-based assessments, highlighting, among other things, the time and dedication of the nation's teachers.
We would hope also that teachers recognize, as I have said when I started this conversation, that they do not work with the Guyana Teachers Union. Your employer is the Ministry of Education, and you're appointed by the Guyana Teachers Union, the Guyana Teaching Commission, sorry.
In the correspondence seen by Nightly News, the GTU has requested an urgent meeting to discuss the outstanding matters before the proposed date for the nationwide strike.
To join the illegal strike, your actions will be deemed illegal also. And it follows that your employer will be duty-bound to take whatever necessary disciplinary action against you.
Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News. Amerindian Affairs Minister Pauline Sukai is optimistic that the restorative justice system will resolve current issues in Amerindian villages and communities. More from Tiana Cole.
Amerindian Affairs Minister Pauline Sukai on Monday at the commencement of the restorative justice training for Tushao's prison officers, probation officers and other officials, said the indigenous people who have been experiencing challenges accessing the judicial system will now have an opportunity to do so.
We are aware that throughout our country, we have a vast country and court facilities are not in every village, but the efforts and the establishment of various court facilities have increased and expanded the access to courts in various hinterland regions.
The minister added that while it may not be important to others, she reasoned that it is important to persons who may have found themselves in conflict with the law. She said with the opening of new courts across the country, their day in court will be finally.
And the restorative justice bill, as you may have heard, was tabled and passed to allow courts to make orders outside of the usual punitive orders, thereby bringing to bear that alternative approach.
She added that punitive orders outside of the usual orders will be addressed. According to her, those who are charged and found guilty for petty offences are usually awarded in some instances community service.
It is not fully entrenched in the psyche of villages, communities, in the town itself. This will happen. It is happening in our country already. So restorative justice, while not a new concept, now has an identity in our law.
In November 2022, the Restorative Justice Act was passed in the National Assembly. Restorative justice is an approach to problem solving that is in various forms involve the victim, the offender, and the community. Restorative justice programs are based on the fundamental principle that criminal behavior not only violate the law, but also injured victims and the community. Its main objective is to repair the harm caused by the offense. Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs, Annie Nandlal, informed the National Assembly that a new concept is not a substitute for imprisonment, but aimed at reducing prison terms based on the facts and circumstances of the case. Tiana Co reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Tiana. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
Well, that was easy. Getting what you want now. At Quartz, you can find appliances, electronics, and furniture that you need at the unbeatable prices. Bundle up and save, or buy one, get one up to 50% off selected gym equipment. Plus, get 20% off solder furniture and a free DVD player with the purchase of selected TVs. Get it now and pay it later with Ready Finance. Only at Quartz, bringing value home. Special conditions apply. Promotion runs January 1st through the 31st, 2022.
SNL Electrical Agency believe that a good design begins with a great lighting plan. From ambiance lighting to statement chandeliers. Trendy LED fixtures. We've got it all. Layering your homes with lights is the key to creating spaces that welcome, comfort, and inspire. SNL Electrical Agency, importers and distributors of all electrical lamps, solar lights, cables, circuit breaker panels, AC units, and so much more. SNL Electrical Agency, 179 to 180 Thomas Street, Kitty. Telephone 226-3018, 223-1634.
Krishna Roth Establishment. No job is too small or too large. We specialize in all types of fabricating, machinery, excavator repairs, rice field pumps, and hydraulic hoses. Visit us at Lot 113, Block CC Monrepo, East Coast, Demerara, or call 220-9624, 616-9416, or 619-7880. At Krishna Ralph Establishment, no job is too small or too large.
You're watching the HGP Nightly News. Welcome back. Following the passage of the Local Content Bill in the National Assembly in 2021, Natural Resources Minister Vikram Bharat disclosed on Monday that very soon, local content workshops will be rolled out countrywide. Tiana Cole reports.
Natural Resources Minister Vikram Bharat, while speaking at the Guyana Energy Conference and Supply Chain Expo media briefing, said that while some amendments will be made to the local content legislation, workshops will soon be rolled out countrywide.
And that is a requirement in the legislation that we at the Ministry of Natural Resources and the Local Content Secretariat must do.
Bharat said that ensuring persons understand what local content is and how they can benefit are among the reasons behind conducting these workshops.
So one of the purposes is to ensure that people become more aware of it and to highlight the opportunities.
The minister added that in the past there were some loopholes that persons took advantage of, including Guyanese in particular fronting for companies.
Sometimes people complain to me that the Local Content Secretariat is taking a bit longer to process their certificate. It is a real complaint, and it's mainly because some people are trying to front for other companies.
Bharat stressed that the purpose of the act is to ensure there is direct benefits for Guyanese.
We all know that there was a case that went even to the court for the issuance of a certificate.
In 2021, after hours of debate and contribution from 16 parliamentarians, the Local Content Bill 2021 was passed in the National Assembly. The bill was tabled by Bharat, who disclosed that 14 amendments were added, 10 of which were taken from the political opposition, while the government added 4 of its own. Tiana Ko reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
On HGP Nightly News, we tell you now that the Irakrama International Center for Rainforest Conservation and Development today announced that it has received 2 awards at the recently held Visit Rupununi Awards ceremony held in Letham Region 9 over the weekend. Irakrama received awards for the Best Lodge 2023 and the Best Cook 2023. Irakrama said the center has been serving guests for almost 25 years, and these awards are testament to the hard work, commitment, and dedication of its staff, almost all of whom come from the surrounding local indigenous communities. Over the years, Irakrama has built the capacity of many residents of the North Rupununi in areas of tourism, hospitality, and food and beverage preparation training. Local beverage giant Banks DIH Limited says it has considered taking proactive measures to ensure there is a level playing field on Guyana's stock exchange, since it currently operates at an unacceptable level for the company. This was disclosed during the company's 68th annual general meeting held on Saturday at Thirst Park. More from Daisy Richards.
The bank's DIH shareholder meeting, which was held at Thirst Park on Saturday, highlighted multiple successes for the company. However, Chairman of the Board of Directors, Clifford Rees, said the company was able to undertake capital work single-handedly.
We are able to develop this company with all these capital works without borrowing and selling shares. That means the value of your shares will increase.
Rees also addressed genuine concerns raised by shareholders regarding the trading shares in Guyana Stock Exchange, saying discussions were being held in that regard and action will be taken now since it is not at the level expected by the company. One shareholder also inquired about the litigation issues between the Guyana Revenue Authority and the manufacturing company, which began in 2016, and the chairman alluded to the fact that he is optimistic that the company will win the legal battle.
But the question of if banks will win the case, I think that is a simple decision to answer, because otherwise we will not have filed the case. I think we filed it because we're looking for equal treatment under the Constitution.
While the company has reported that its dividends grew by 6.8% to $8.970 billion, up from 2022. And ending September 30, 2023, shareholders bemoaned the fact that they continue to receive meager benefits from the beverage company.
I hear you talking about the billions you are making. Can we get something better than an umbrella and couple drinks?
The 2024 annual general meeting was held under the theme, Freshness is Domestic. For AGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
Thank you, Daisy. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Vaughn's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Vaughn's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
At Raj Jewelry, we transform the most precious metals and diamonds into works of art, capturing timeless beauty, love, and commitment to create the most luxurious gold and diamond jewelries. From classic designs to modern masterpieces, our expert jewelers can help you find the perfect piece to commemorate a special occasion or simply to add a touch of luxury to your wardrobe. Raj Jewelry, Guyana's #1 retailer for luxury gold and diamond jewelry.
You're watching the HGP Nightly News. Welcome back. We tell you now that a fire believed to be electrical in origin has destroyed 2 well-known businesses in Berbice under quarantine Monday morning. 2 businesses, Mahin and Sons Upholstery and the Ritz Hotel and Bar, located at Springlands Village, Quarantine, Berbice, were destroyed by fire Monday morning. Mahindra Prasad from Mahin and Sons Upholstery said he was doing some upholstery work when a customer alerted him that smoke was emanating from the building in which he operated.
This morning we paid those on your foot, and one man bring up one thing to stitch. So about 9 o'clock time we did stitch him. He helped me hold him from the machine. So when we did stitch it in, so we tell the man smoke like who like rubber jeep over there one dead. So we go watch. We see them people now by we see inside me go on room side, so smoke will come out. So we tell the man say warang by smoke come here. Then we go up my door, we see fire. When we see fire now, we say a little fire we go out town. We go out now. We bought a ball here, we put in thing. Actually.
The Guyana Fire Service confirmed that the fire started at Mahin and Sons Upholstery and then spread to other nearby businesses. Prasad said his losses are significant.
Oh, we get compressor, leatherette, we roll enough material, we get roll all one out. We get people cheer when it's supposed to deliver Friday, cover out, one out. Advance people collect advance money, people and things. Wait till 6 then we get collection, we set here, we collect 100,000 people to do and cheer. Money and advance all one out. Cheer supposed to go Friday. 6 to 6 PM room shop, right PM room shop, they give me advance, all one out. Plus we got plan, we buy some plan for that facade. Put the name, say to black out and the name, we get fair time, all one out.
Atiful Prasad said he had been renting the property for the past 15 years and was only able to salvage 2 sewing machines from the blaze. He suspects that the fire might have been electrical in nature.
Have any idea or suspect any way in which the fire could have started?
Me know to be like a current, because me don't feel like a current because nobody can light, can't go to the roof and light fire there.
You had any electrical problem there before?
Yes, we get problem with GPL. Instead of 220 minutes, get 110. But we never report because we get 110 there. At 220, when I get 220, full 220, we just get 110. But I say I go report because when I use 220 at 110 I use, so I go report. And I say when chance because when I find chance go.
Up to the time of this report, firefighters remained on site as an investigation into the actual cause of the fire commenced. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News. President Irfan Ali, while on an official state visit to Ghana, has emphasized the opportunities that exist for massive increases in trade between the continent of Africa and the Caribbean. The president said in order to achieve these increases, systems must be put in place to fix the trade barriers as well as issues with transport and logistics. During a panel discussion as part of the Africa Prosperity Dialogues 2024 Summit of the Heads of State and the business leaders on Saturday, President Ali, who's also the current chair of CARICOM, was adamant that both Africa and the Caribbean can benefit from the opportunities that exist. During his presentation, the president also underscored that the Caribbean and Africa need to work together on other important issues such as climate change and energy security. He lauded Africa's fearless leadership, pointing to South Africa as an example. Stay tuned. Your regional news is up next.
Step right into the vibrant heart of Guyana with HGPTV's freshest series, Inside Culture. Join us every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. on HGPTV Channel 16, Cable 67, where Inside Culture will bring you closer to the heart and soul of Guyana. Also, Inside Culture will be streaming live on all our social media platforms, hgptv.com, Facebook, and YouTube, rebroadcasting on Sundays at 7:30 p.m.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to kick off the new year with a bang? Digicel has an offer that'll make your January extra special. Imagine winning up to $1 million in free groceries in Digicel's $6 million groceries extravaganza. Simply top up with $1,000 or more, and you can be one of 6 lucky winners to enjoy the ultimate shopping spree worth $6 million. What are you waiting for? Start topping up today. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
Good evening and welcome to Monday's edition of the Regional News. We begin with news from the Bahamas. Bahamian police reported that 2 female tourists were sexually assaulted on Paradise Island over the weekend. In the first incident, police said a 30-year-old Mexican woman was walking along Casino Drive around 2:30 a.m. on Saturday when a knife-wielding man approached her. The woman was forced into a car where the man sexually assaulted her. The second incident occurred at a resort on Sunday at around 10:30 p.m. and involved an 81-year-old Canadian woman. Police said they are questioning a 61-year-old male resident of Canada in connection with that incident. While in Jamaica, the Media Association Jamaica, MAJ Limited, has joined the Press Association of Jamaica in calling for a restoration of media attendance at the court case involving murder accused Julian Silvera. The MAJ also expressed bewilderment that such discretion would have been applied in this already very high-profile case. Quote unquote, it is very important that the public is afforded high transparency on this very public matter with implications on public sentiment towards the judiciary and governance of the country, end of quote, it said. The MAJ argued that a closed hearing will lead to speculation on the part of the public, which may do greater harm than whatever concern the judge has sought to mitigate. The judiciary must always be mindful of its own often repeated adage, justice must not only be done, but it must also appear to be done. We call on the judiciary to reconsider or provide clear reasons for continuing to uphold this divergence from normal practice. This very unfortunate decision has grave press freedom implications for the country, especially given the case's high profile and connection to its country's governance. End of quote, it continued. Silvera, former member of parliament, is charged with the murder of his wife, Melissa. On Thursday, the presiding judge, Justice Vinette Graham Allen, gathered reporters and awaiting family members and told them that no permission would be granted to cover the high profile matter at this time, citing judicial discretion. And finally, international news from the United Kingdom. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has flagged concerns about the popularity of the e-cigarettes, which are known for their bright colors and wide variety of flavors. The number of available vape flavors could be limited just 4 to try and reduce the number of children using them, and there's to be a crackdown on shops selling them illegally to under 18s. It's not known exactly when the ban will be introduced yet, but it could be brought in early next year. Australia, France, Germany, and New Zealand have already announced similar plans to ban disposable vapes. A consultation, which is an official investigation where the government of the United Kingdom gets advice and views about an important matter affecting lots of people, was launched in 2023 to help find ways to reduce the number of children using vapes in England. The ban is expected to be introduced across the UK, the government said. Government ministers will also look at the packaging of vapes, which many say appeals to children because of the vibrant colors and graphics. There have been suggestions that plain packaging should be used instead to make them less attractive. I'm Daisy Richards. Thank you for watching. Until next time.
Nationwide strike looms. Labour Ministry says any strike will be unlawful. 200 exhibitors, 21 countries across 19 sectors billed for Energy Conference and Supply Chain Expo, and 2 Springlands businesses destroyed by fire. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Travis Chase. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Interested in honoring or paying tribute to a loved one, or just making a loved one feel special? HGPTV offers you all that and more. Air your birthday greetings, death announcements, and wedding anniversaries on HGPTV today. HGPTV offers affordable prices, convenience, and great services. Call us on 220-3660 or email us at sales@hgptv.com.